Yo! What the fuck is up? You know what I'm saying? Is this what it is? And I'm your host, Gunvid. Word up. Alright, first off, good morning, alright? We're gonna have a good day. And, you know, I'm all nice and rested up and ready to fucking just go to work, you know? I gotta say, I think it's gonna be a good day today. It's kind of cloudy, but I don't think it's gonna rain. Yeah, I don't know. Today just seems like another chill day. Hopefully it's good. Yeah. So I've been oh no, last week. This is Monday. This is a new week. So nigga, last week, nigga, I went through mad shit, nigga. Like, what the fuck, nigga? I was so mad. But you know, I had a couple minor, actually one of them wasn't that minor, but I had some fucking car accidents. I'm like, fucking shit, that shit got me so pissed off because I know I'm a good driver. So when I fuck up, I'm like, yo, what the fuck, bro? But you know what? I feel good. Yesterday, you know, I got some sexual healing and it worked just perfectly. I was like so stressed yesterday. I'm like, yeah, sexual healing. And I feel like me and her both healed from that because, you know, I got the feeling that Shorty was kind of stressed before, and like after, we were both very relieved. And like, I could just tell from her body language, she was like fucking like, you know, she just really enjoyed that. And I just know sex is very therapeutic and healing for both partners in the, you know, in the thing, because we all go through a lot of shit, and it's just so, especially when it's good, it's so just relieving, you know? So yeah, after we just both feel like we're in heaven. And that's how I feel. I was so stressed out after them two little accidents. And like, after yesterday, I was just like, that shit is gone. Like, yeah, when I think about them little whatever, you know, little damage happened to my car, it does annoy me. But like, I'm not nearly or not at all stressed about this shit anymore, and like, that's good, you know. So let's talk about some sports. Rolling a joint today, by the way, not rolling a blunt today. But anyway, sports. Okay, I got a topic I wanted to talk about. So I saw online that Chimaev was talking shit to Alex Perreira. You know? And alright, so basically this is what happened. I don't know what happened before that, but I saw that Khamzat Chimaev posted a photo of Alex Perreira after he got knocked out by Israel Adesanya. And, you know, I understand Chimaev's trying to get a title fight, but it's like, bro, I don't really know why he's talking to Alex Perreira, because Khamzat is a middleweight, you know? He started off in the UFC at welterweight, and then he moved up to middleweight. And, you know, I think he can fight at 205, but I don't think it would be a good idea for him because, pause, he might be undersized at 205 as far as his weight. So, yeah, why are you talking to fucking Alex Perreira? I mean, I think it would be great to see Khamzat fight at 205 because, you know, just to see how he would fight against those fighters. But I think he fought Kamaru Usman at middleweight and he was kind of having problems with him. So it's like, how are you going to fight the fucking light heavyweights? And even in this fight against Gilbert Burns, he was having trouble with him, and Burns might have won that fight. So it's like, personally, I don't think it's a good idea for Khamzat to fight Perreira at 205, or for Khamzat to fight at 205 at all. But I guess he's maybe trying to get Alex to come back down to middleweight. But yeah, the reason I think Khamzat's talking shit to Alex is because Alex said he would fight Dricus du Plessis, who's the middleweight champion. So I think Khamzat's mad. He's like, yo, you trying to take my fight? You think I'll fight you? But whatever. Yeah, I'm interested to see any of those matchups. Khamzat versus Dricus or Dricus versus Perreira. But I don't know. I think the UFC, I think they should just do Khamzat versus Dricus because it's the right fight to make, all right? Khamzat has clearly done enough to earn a championship fight. And it's like, what the fuck? The fans have been waiting for him to fight for a while now. And it's bullshit. You know? And if you remember Khamzat, he was one of those fighters that was getting fast-tracked to a title fight. And then I feel like that fight with Burns kind of slowed down his pause hype train because, you know, you see how much the UFC was promoting Khamzat, and now they're not. They're just not, because he doesn't fight that often. Sometimes he's injured. Sometimes, you know, they say people are scared of him and they don't want to fight him because he's such a great fighter and his, you know, his style. He got a wrestling style, and a lot of people don't like fighting wrestlers. You know, I think if Khamzat wasn't that great at wrestling, I think we would have seen him fight more now, and more people would be willing to fight him. But like, people see his wrestling style and they're like, no, nigga, I don't want to. I'm not gonna fight that guy, you know. And some of them might even be smart for doing that, because look at Kevin Holland fought Khamzat on short notice, and it's like, he should have never fucking took that fight ever. He should have just fucking been one of them dudes that avoided Khamzat. I mean, like, if you're talking about if you want to win, you know, I know fighters want to be tough, and that's cool, whatever, you know. I respect that. I wouldn't avoid any fighter if I was a fighter. But I'm saying, like, now you see why people are avoiding this guy. He's fucking Paul submits people in the first round of the fight. So, yeah, let's see how this goes. Honestly, more than anyone else, I'm more interested in seeing Hamza fight next, because it's like, I think his next fight is going to be for the belt, and I don't know, I think he's probably the fighter with the most potential right now, because think about it, he can fight at welterweight. I don't think he's gonna fight welterweight anymore because of the problems cutting weight, but he can fight at welterweight, middleweight, and light heavyweight. And he's the only fighter that can legitimately win all three of those titles. So we've never had a triple champion in the UFC, and he has the potential to do that. Will he do it? I don't think so. I think his next fight is going to be at middleweight. But just, yeah, like a lot of fans, I'm waiting to see Hamza fight next. And, yeah, I got to check the schedule, but I don't know what's next for the UFC right now. But like I said, they're going to have to do a lot to compete with boxing this year, because I got to say, boxing is doing a really great job as far as the fights they're putting together. Okay. So, what else is there to talk about? Let's talk about this weed I'm crushing and I'm about to roll right now, because this weed is really good, but like it breaks down almost like it's bad weed. Like, you know, sometimes bad weed, it just breaks down super easy. But this weed I got here is like super fire, but it just like crumbles like really quickly. Like, it takes no effort to break this weed down. And I think that happens when the weed is a little dry, but it's still very potent. And it's not really that dry, you know? So I appreciate that. I hate when the weed is just like super fucking, like, it takes 10 years to break down. I mean, usually it's really good weed when it's like that, but still, I don't use a grinder, so it's like, you know? And part of the reason why I don't use a grinder, because I don't know, sometimes I feel like it breaks the weed down a little bit too much, and then the joint or the blunt starts canoeing and shit. So yeah, word up. What else is there to talk about? Music. So I just put out such a dope song yesterday called Fashion Show. You can check it out. GUNVID Fashion Show is the name of this song. And it's a dope song. I could actually see that song being played at a fashion show. And you know what? Speaking of fashion, someone complimented me on my Skull Fashion shoes the other day. It was an old black dude at the dispensary, and he was like, "Oh, those are cool shoes. What kind of shoes are those?" And I was like, that's such a cool moment when someone compliments me on my shoes that I designed and I own. Like, I'm the owner of the brand Skull Fashion. If you didn't know, SKO Fashion. They're shoes made in Italy, and I'm actually gonna have more clothing products. But yeah, for now, it's just shoes made in Italy, and you know, he's like, "Oh, cool shoes. Like, what are those?" And I told him, he didn't say, "What are those?" No, he's like, "Yeah, what kind of shoes are those?" And I told him about it. I'm like, "Yeah, you know, these are my shoes and all that." And it's just so cool to have your own shoe brand, honestly, because, you know, it's like a super flex when someone, first of all, having nice shoes in general is a flex, because not everyone can afford nice shoes. So, you know, that's a flex. And it's not like flexing on poor people. It's just a flex in general. Like, oh, you know, it's just something cool. So, when someone compliments you on your shoes and they're like, "Oh, those are cool," like, what brand is that? And then you're the owner and the designer of the shoes. It's like, "Oh shit, nigga, it's fucking sick." As opposed to, like, if I had on like some cool Nikes or something, I was like, "Yeah, it's this," and I wouldn't be as proud of the shoes as I am being the owner and designer of them. So yeah, just that moment inspired me to continue promoting my fashion more, because that's something that I took a break from promoting, that and my art. Actually, I took a break from promoting myself in general as an artist, like even my music, because I've just been busy trying to get my mind right, and you know, like the past month or two, I've just been like focused on religion and stuff. So yeah, I took a break from myself and promoting myself and that, but that has been great because I've learned a lot, and not only have I learned a lot about myself, I learned a lot about the world and religion and God. And so now that I have this knowledge, and I'm in a great place mentally and physically, I just gotta say, I'm so ready to work and start promoting myself again as an artist, and staying focused on my goals, which are good goals, to help the world with my art and just my work in general, all the different jobs and careers that I have. So what I gotta say is I'm ready. I'm ready to work diligently and smartly to achieve all of my goals. And I have confidence that I will achieve my goals. And it feels good to have real confidence in my abilities to achieve my goals, and just have confidence in life, because life is tough. You know? And not only is life tough, but achieving goals is very tough, you know? Because not only do you have the doubts from your own mind, you have doubts from others, which at times can be worse than doubts from yourself, because when someone else doubts you, it's like, what the fuck, you know? When someone else doubts you, it can either make you double the amount and intensity of doubts that you already had, right? But also, it can make you think that everyone thinks that way, that everyone in the world doubts you. But that's not true. Pardon me. It's not true. Just because one person doubts you, that doesn't mean the whole world is against you. It doesn't mean the whole world doubts you. That was just one person. Seriously. I want you to seriously consider this, because this is very important, and this is something that I hope I can keep in mind in business in the future. Just because one person doubts you doesn't mean the next person is going to doubt you. And if the next person doubts you, that doesn't mean the next person after that is going to doubt you. So if you can really keep that in mind and think about that like infinitely, like even if every single person in the world doubts you. And I know this is funny because I think it was Lady Gaga, she was like, oh yeah, if one person in the world doesn't believe, other people doesn't believe. She said some funny shit like that, and she kept saying it. But alright, listen, right? If every single person in the world doesn't believe in your ability to achieve your goals, or doesn't believe in your dreams, if everyone in the world doesn't believe it, you believe it, and you can make your dreams come true. Think about Nikola Tesla. People thought he was crazy talking about electricity, and that we have the ability to harvest electricity and use it for our own good. Pretty much everyone in the world thought he was crazy, right? But he kept going. And now look at us. I'm in a car that's being run by a battery. And I live in a house that's run by electricity, as far as the lights and stuff. And we all do, like, you know, all of us that have homes. So really think about that in real time. Today, you have a goal, and your goal can change the world forever. And no matter what anyone says, if you yourself believe in yourself, then you enhance your chances of achieving your goals, no matter what they may be, no matter how far-fetched they may seem. You can achieve your goal. Have a good day.